What's up, guys? Day 71 on Days of LeetCode. We got Pascal's Triangle 2. Yesterday we did Pascal's Triangle. I'll be linking that in the description if you haven't seen that. Check it out. Anyway, so we are given an integer row index. We want to return the row index, zero indexed row of the Pascal's Triangle. And in Pascal's Triangle, each number is the sum of the two numbers directly above it as shown. And here we have the example of the Pascal's Triangle. You know, I could explain it to you, but I think it's pretty obvious. Basically, each row is one longer than the row above it, and basically each number is going to be the sum of the two numbers directly above it, and the animation shows you that. Example 1, row index equals 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. We want to return that one. Row index equals 0, we return 1 because that's the 0th index. Example 3, row index equals 1, we return 1, 1 because that's the first index. Okay. This is going to be pretty similar to the solution we did yesterday. It's going to be a little bit different. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an array list of integers. We're going to call it the list above, and it's going to be equal to a new array list of integer. Yeah. Okay. So now basically what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 to that, because there's always a 1 at the front of our list, right? There always is. Okay, no matter where we are, we start with a 1. That's why we're doing that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to create a for loop, and we're going to say for int I equals 0, I is less than row index plus I. So yesterday, if you saw the solution, we did int I equals 0, and again, that problem was different, but I just want to explain why it's different today. And I think I just misspoke. Yesterday we did for int I equals 1. Today we're doing for int I equals 0. And the reason why we're doing that, of course, is because this is 0th index. So if we want the first index, we still do need to enter this loop once. Okay. Whereas before, yesterday, we were just doing the number of rows in the triangle, right? So if we were at, say, int I equals 1, we didn't need to do anything actually because we just returned the first list. So that's why today we're doing int I equals 0, for anyone that was wondering. Now, like yesterday, we're going to create a helper function. We're going to call it get new row. We're going to pass into it a array list of integer. We're going to call it new list, and an array list of integer. We're going to call that list above. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to add a 1 to the new list. The reason why we're doing that, again, is because we always start with 1 on the left-hand side of wherever we are in the triangle. And then we're going to do for int I equals 1, I less than list above dot size plus I. The reason why we're doing int I equals 1 here is, of course, because we want to start, we already have the 0th index of the new list, so we want to start at the first index of the new list. Okay. So now what we do is we say new list dot add list above dot get I plus list above dot get I minus 1. So that's how we get the two numbers above it, right? We're getting the one at the ith index, but then also the one to the left of it, right? And that would be I minus 1. Okay. And then at the end of the new list, of course, we're just going to add 1. And that's because every single new list ends in 1. Okay. And so that's cool. So now what we have to do is we have to implement this for loop. And what we're going to do is we're going to create an array list of integers. And call that new list. And of course, it's a new array list of integers. And then what we're going to do is we're basically going to call get new row with new list as the first parameter, list above as the second. And then we have to switch the pointers, right? So list above is now going to point to new list. Okay. And then, yeah, basically every single time we go through this iteration, the list above is going to get changed to be equal to whatever list we generated with this function, right? And then at the end, we're just going to return list above. Okay, so that should be that. Let's see if I messed anything up. And I didn't. Perfect. All right, so that's how you solve that one. That was day 70. See you tomorrow for day 71. Take care.